Here it is, the big boy, sniper, 70 to 200, f2.8, Sigma, DG Macro HSM, APO, whatever that stands for. Quite a heavy zoom lens, but 70 to 200 on the cheap. Yeah, the poor man's 70 to 200, as opposed to the Canon 70 to 200 that costs a bomb, basically, you know, and looks bait with that white, you know, the white livery that it has, that I think makes it stand out, and you get classed as a pap wherever you go. So this one I kind of prefer because it's just black, you know, black all the way through. I've got it here on my 50D, which was my first DSLR, and it kind of lives on the 50D at the moment because I don't really use it that much, as I've switched to mainly using primes. But it is, for what it is a very good lens. It's an excellent lens. Can you see that? Look at that. It's quite long, 1.3 kilograms, so it is quite heavy. But it does take very good pictures. I've got this nice lens hood on, which actually mine's got a hole. Got a big bit chipped out, but it doesn't affect it. And I usually use it without the lens hood unless you know, I'm going out. You know, let's take that off. Looks a lot shorter and a lot smaller, and consequently it doesn't stand out so much. You know, so you can go out without the lens hood on, but it does offer protection for the front element, which is why it's a good idea to keep it on. I don't have a filter on the front of this because I go through phases where I like them and then I don't like them, so I'll take them all off. But this one I don't have a filter for anyway. So anyway, having said that, this lens, for what it is a very good lens. I would say it's a very good lens. And I know you can't really compare like Sigma, these olden day Sigmas, with the manufacturer's brand, whichever camera you're using. But for what it is and the price you pay, it is pretty good, pretty cool. Images that come off it are beautiful. I've never had a problem with it. There's no image stabilization, so you have to, you know, you have to shoot at like 320th of a second, which is, it's okay. You know, you can shoot a little less, you know, at a little slower than that, but I try and keep it around 320th of a second because it's a crop frame, so it works out that 1/320th is the speed you need to be shooting at to avoid shake. You know, it is a pretty cool lens though. As I said, never had problems with it other than it being a bit heavy to carry, and that is a serious problem, you know, when you've got sore shoulders after, you know, lumping these big cameras around, and a sore back that can last for days. So, but you know, I thought I'd show you this lens because I tend to use it now for, you know, nature and bird watching, you know, out my window, and it does a very good job. You know, depending on what body you use it on. I know the 50D hasn't got the best focusing in the world, but you know, it does a good job. It does a good job. Smooth focusing ring, nice big focusing ring up front here. Easy, you can't miss this. And you've got the zoom ring at the back. Nothing moves, which is brilliant. You know, it stays the same length. So I don't really like those lenses that, you know, extend and contract. I don't want my lens to extend and contract. I want it to stay the same size. And you know, if you got your camera on one of those Steadicam, and you set it up for balance, and then it extends, it throws the balance completely off, and that's just annoying. Not that you would use this on a Steadicam. I'm sure you could, But no, a pretty good lens. I know most of the reviews I've seen of this lens, people slate it, you know. And I know there's different versions. I'm not really sure which version this is. This is something that I actually got online about 4 years ago. Got it online, and I've never had any problems with it. So if you're thinking of getting into zooms, 70 to 200, and you haven't got that much money, you can give it a try. Hit or miss. If it works, it works. If it don't, you can sell it back on the same site where you got it from. And I'm sure these hold their prices as well. So a pretty cool lens. Shows your intent for seriousness. When you turn up to an event with one of these, most people don't care what brand it is. They see you with a big lens, they're going to take you seriously. Trust me. So, Sigma, 70 to 200, 2.8. I know the modern Sigmas now are really hitting it out the road. They're smashing Canon. They're smashing the name brands. The only problem that I'm hearing about the Sigmas nowadays is the focusing issues, and I can't say I've had any focusing issues on this old thing. So maybe it is something with the new ones. Having said that, I do have a 24 to 70 Sigma as well as my Canon one, but the Sigma one I just don't use no more because the focusing on that was pretty terrible. So having said that, I haven't had any problems with this one, so pretty good lens, and I recommend it. So here it is, 70 to 200, Sigma 2.8, Hypersonic, silent focusing. Can you see that? Look at that. You can hardly hear it. Can you see that? Pretty cool. Look at that. And it focuses pretty fast as well. Look at that. So yeah, give it a whirl, give it a whirl. If you can get your hands on one, give it a try. It will save you thousands, literally thousands of pounds. The Canon one is £2,000. This I got it for, I think it was £399 quid. £399 for those of you who don't know what a quid is. Excellent. Yeah, proper things.